Okay, another update, second month where I actually wrote things down as I did it, and actually quite possibly the most productive update of all time, or at least for this project. I forget, let me look at the list. What has happened? So, the game takes place over 10 days. I was just finishing up day 4 at the end of the last month. I have now finished day 5 and day 6, and I'm probably a third of the way-ish through day 7. The end of day 7 is very important. It is where you switch to playing as this character instead of the second character you play as, and also there's a lot of big plot things going on in and around then, and it kind of comes to a head at the end of day 7, which I'm excited to get to. It'll be one of, there's like 2 maps I still need to make, and they're going to be in a new, an original tile set that's not rpgmaker default. And there's a reason for that. There's actually a plot reason for why, besides just me being like, who cares, let's just make a game. There is a plot reason why this is all default, like rpgmaker stuff, and then the area you go to then isn't. And there's that room, and then there's another room later on. So what else have I done? This is weird. It's the first update I've done after work and not just at the beginning of my day on a Sunday. Because I looked at the calendar, and this is the one of those 5 full weeks month, something like that. I don't know what time is, and I didn't want to do it. Here, just a reveal when I'm doing this. I didn't want to do it on the 13th because I was like, that's kind of late. It'll go live on the 14th. And I'll just do it now. All right, let's look at the calendar. You know, let's spend about good 5-10 minutes looking at the freaking calendar. Yeah, because then next month it'd be like the 10th. I would do it. So, does it matter? No, it doesn't matter. Who cares? What has been done? So let's go back to the end of day 4. Oh, the end of day 4 is actually here. I did update this walking sequence. I talked about it at the end of the last video. The characters walk. Let's see if I have a save file for it. Hope this isn't. Hope the game isn't picking up through the thingamajig. Now here's the problem. I don't know where. Oh wait. I know where I am. Move over here. Stop walking around. There we go. Is that too loud? It's really, yeah, that's really loud. Oh, that's the wrong thing, stupid. I can't see, my microphone covers half the screen. Yeah, skippity, scoppity. This right here, this walking sequence, I ended up changing it a little bit because I didn't like him going off the edge of the screen. I really like stuff like that. Is it stupid to spend a lot of time on it? Probably. But it's fun. So I fixed that up. What else is going on? I actually worked on editing some of the shadows. Like right here, there's a missing shadow in the town. And I need to actually go and fix that now. That's a different shadow. I will say, having everything, you can see it organized here on the left, like day 1, day 2, day 3. It is starting to get a little much. Where, like, what day am I in? It's only happened a few times where, like, oh yeah, put the player over here, and then I go, oh crap, is that the right spot? Or I had like, oh, I forgot to change the day, and then I have to like make a custom event just to fix a save file that I'm testing on. Yeah, so like this shadow right here was an oversight, actually, and to fit in with kind of the theme of the game in terms of things changing that shouldn't change, and having this feeling of, unease of what exactly is happening, I decided to just put that shadowing in for day 5 and onward, instead of going back and fixing it. So this is day 5. I'm not gonna go through the events. You do go to a couple different areas that you haven't gone to as the player yet. Just simple little mazes with some new enemies, and I guess Maze is Maze is doing a lot of heavy lifting there. This event might be... I started playing with how to do events a little differently, and kind of I made its own custom toggle just to make the characters appear and not appear in scenes and following you. What else is going on? I think I like doing these videos at the beginning of the day. I do it after work and I'm like, I don't know what's going on, man. It's tired. Look, there's like a red stuff here. Now it's there. I don't know. There's 5, 6, 5, 6, 7 is you're playing as the other guy. What's over here? This, I don't want to get, and this is the problem too, is starting day 5, when you start playing as the other character, is when the plot really picks up, and there's a couple scenes. It's interesting too, so I don't want to spoil stuff, right? Even if few people will see this video, few people will see the video and then buy the game, like whatever, it's gonna be free, so you don't have to buy it. But I don't want to reveal everything here. I will say it's very interesting, like, oh, I wanna have a scene here, right? And then in writing this scene, which was initially going to be completely different in terms of, if you were going to go into this is the mayor's house, you were going to go in there and talk to him. And I was like, I don't really want to write this scene. I feel like I just did this. It's kind of annoying. I'm going to do a different scene. And that decision and the resulting scene that I ended up doing instead is now very important. It ended up being like, oh, we're going to call back to this scene later on. Like, this is day 6, so I think it's going to call back in day 8. Or not. No, it should be day 8. There's going to be direct callbacks to it of, like, very important things that these characters are talking about that end up coming up later, and it's only because I didn't want to do the scene inside the mayor's house. I was like, screw it. We're going to do the scene outside the house. I just... Things like that really interest me. Of how many of these decisions are intentional, or you end up being like very happy accidents. There's other stuff too, like just random stuff, like, oh, I want to make this character do this thing, like this. I wish I could show this. Boop. This is the reveal right here, quasi reveal of you now playing as the other character. Because he'll walk away, and it's kind of expected for the scene to cut, and like, no, but we're gonna stick with them, and then they have a little conversation. Anyway, we're gonna refresh that. Go here to here's fine. Here's not fine. Wrong spot. 5 should be good. Is 5 good? Hell no. Oh, am I able to do that scene? No, I'm not. I'm okay. Restart it again. You know, it'd be faster if I just did this. Oops. I did add an event for her, although it's loud again. Get over here. Fish lady. She's the fish lady. It's because on day 3, 4, she's stealing all these fish over here, and now the fish are gone. Lady. Okay, fine, you can do it here. You talk to her, and she's like, oh, I'm a little sick. It's because I ate all the fish. I love having these stupid... There's kind of these plots going on with some of the people. Like, this guy over here is just constantly reading. It doesn't matter. Every single day, it's like, I'm reading a book. I'm reading a book. I'm reading this thing. God, you gotta stop. The same way with the running girl who's just running in weird circles every day, and she's always doing laundry. I've always liked the idea of NPCs in JRPGs where, why are you doing this? Like, do you do anything? This is the only thing you do. What is the deal? Especially in in making a game where I'm literally calling attention to it's a different day, and all the other like all the main characters follow a day-night cycle, for lack of a better term, where, oh, I'm gonna go to bed, or I'm gonna go home for the end of the day. Like, they all do that, but everyone else is just these weird robot people. And it ends up, a lot of this ends up being not even like, it ends up being a commentary thing because of the plot. And like, oh, if this is true, if this plot thing is true, I can do this, and it's actually relevant to the plot, and it has a more relevance than just being funny and weird. So you call her out, or you don't call her out, but she runs away. And she's looking at you. I added her too, where she's like, my father's one of the guards. She's just looking around. Oh, well, I don't know which one. How dumb it is. Big fan of my stupid jokes. Yeah, no one else is gonna be a big fan of your dumb jokes, so you have to be. Let's go look at the running girl. She's in a different pattern this day, I think. Yeah, this is pattern B. No, she's running over there. What else did I do? Let's stop talking about random crap. 5 is done. Oh, I did start working on a secret ending. So there's gonna be like 2 or 3 main endings, and this is a minor, smaller ending that would only appear if you accidentally, like, there's a secret ending, and if you don't trigger it all the way but go like halfway and then go back to where that is later, you can trigger this ending. So I started working on that because I had a random burst of inspiration for it. But again, I can't go into any of that because of spoilers. Which is partially why I found a really good flow of work. I found a good workflow for the last month of working on it pretty consistently every week for, I don't know, not a terrible amount of time, but multiple days a week and multiple hours on average per day. And having a lot of fun. It's been fun to do these videos and just kind of talk about it and talk about whatever. I know I spent the one video was just talking about Zelda. It's cool. It's fun. What else did I do? Day 6 is done. This is... Is there a way to see where I am? I can see what the variable is, though, so I'm on... Wait, where is it? Oh, it only shows numbers, so useless. Absolutely useless. I think this is day 5. I can tell if I talk to her. Can you stop? Oh, and man is the default thing. So when you start the game, I rename the character, but just so for testing, I needed to say something. It's just your create a character name. So you're man. Don't read too much into it. What else is it? I think that's it. That's fun. I can't do these after work. This is awful. Maybe, you know what it is? It's probably if I do it in the morning instead of doing it after work. Like after work, you're tired, but you're awake. But if I do it in the morning, I am not awake, and I don't notice that it's rambly and incoherent because I'm not awake. I'll think about that. Really hoping if I keep with this current pace, I can finish day 7 within a week, roughly. And then do day 8, start day 9. I'm really thinking about day 10 because 8 and 9 are, barring a couple key conversations, day 7 is in particular is kind of small. But day 6 isn't that big either. Why am I just clicking on stuff? Just stay here. Who cares? Let's go here. Why don't we just go here? But it's day 10. It's day 10 where the ending... Yeah, the ending's an important part for this whole thing, and it really contextualizes the entire rest of it. Yeah, we'll go with that. Enjoy the weird triangle shape. It's like an upside down peace symbol. Huh. Or like a ladybug. Look, that's the head of the ladybug. Let's zoom out. That's the head, and that's a wing, and that's another wing. It's a little lumpy. But, oh well. Let me mumble and be more quiet. Ladybug, ladybug.